You know, in my career, I've learned a lot about business, including how tariffs work. Now, let me just ask you a question. Do you all know anybody who doesn't know how tariffs work? All right, I'll give you a hint. That other guy. Now, he has this crazy notion that putting a tariff of 60% on every single product imported from China is a good idea. Let me just tell you, this man has so little understanding of tariffs, he thinks that China pays for them. This is the same guy who also thought that Mexico would pay for the wall, so there's no misplacement. Did Mexico pay for that wall? Hell, no, you said it wrong. Hell no. That's what I'm talking about. You know, we all know that across-the-board tariffs are a tax on everybody. All the major economists have said so. Kamala has talked about it over and over again. But, you know, I'm going to give him a little bit of credit. I honestly think that he used to understand how tariffs work. I mean, back in the 90s and the early 2000s, he was a little bit coherent when he talked about trade policy. And he actually made a little bit of sense. But I don't know what happened to him. The way he's been thinking about tariffs and trade now, something's a little bit lost. And now his trade policies, particularly with tariffs, are basically just gibberish. Do you hear what I'm saying? Thank you. Thank you. But wait, it gets worse. When it comes to tariffs with Donald Trump, it gets a lot worse. Hear me. I'm sounding like Kamala. Hear me when I say that Donald Trump wants you to have a lousy Christmas. Donald Trump is that Grinch, the Grinch that wants to steal your Christmas. Now let me explain. People just don't realize how many of the products that we use on a daily basis are made in China. It's a lot. And this time next year, you're going to be making decisions on the Christmas presents you want to buy for family and friends, won't you? All the toys, sporting goods, clothes, shoes, backpacks, even the good old book of dad jokes that I get every single Christmas. If Donald Trump is elected and he puts these 60% tariffs on Chinese products, they are all going up. All those things you buy are going up. Not by 10% or 20%, but by 50 or 60% or more. It'll be up so much you won't be able to afford the presents that you want for your family and friends. That's how bad the tariffs he wants are. I didn't hear you. I'll ask you another question. If prices go up 50 or 60%, will you be able to afford all the presents you want to buy for your family and friends? It'll be, hell no. Hell no. I've got some new best friends. I like it here. You know, it'll be tough. It'll be heartbreaking not to be able to buy the Christmas presents that you want. And you know who will be the Grinch that stole that Christmas? Yeah, we don't like him. Let's just call him the Grinch from now on. But you know what? It gets worse than that. It's not just about the Christmas presents you won't be able to buy because his tariffs made them too expensive. But we were talking about small businesses. The local retailers that you've been supporting for years that are in your community, the local clothing shop, the local sporting goods store, the local knick-knack store that carries all the candles and all the goodies and funky gifts that you like to buy, their costs for everything they sell, or most of the things they sell, could go up by 60%. And unfortunately, when you raise your prices, again, the Grinch doesn't understand how economics work. But when the tariff increases the cost of their goods, the things that they sell, and they have to raise the price to match the tariffs, are they going to sell as much? Thank you. I thought I had you all trained too. And so what happens is, when people can't buy as much as they were going to because the prices went up because of these stupid Chinese tariffs, not only is it a bad Christmas for you, but it's a bad Christmas for every single retail. The Grinch is the one that's going to be putting these companies out of business. The Grinch is the one that's going to be putting these small businesses. Thank you. Let me just say, this is the first time in my entire life someone's ever said they can't hear me.